a tour of how Newlife Baptist Church, Sun City started. In 2008, the owner of this house was here with his family to do an holiday, and we were in Port Harcourt Reverend Deleke was having the vision of starting the church here. So a pastor was sent to come and check, and he came for 1 month, and I came here in August, 3rd of August, and my wife joined me the following day with my little child. We came here that August. When we came, the deacon and his family were going back to Port Harcourt because their holiday was over. And we met a canopy, 50 chairs, and we met this choir stand. They call, is it Nectar? They call it now. Is it Nectar?
Yeah,
Nectar. All right. So we met that. That is what all we met. I will start the opening prayer section.
After the opening prayer, I'll come up for praise worship. I'll lead the praise and worship. And after the praise and worship, my husband will switch and
to carry the baby.
And we do the Sunday school before the praise worship, and then he takes over and begins to preach. We have 50 chairs with nobody seated.
And we used that canopy for close to a year.
Sure.
And the canopy was dilapidated. The little salary coming from Port Harcourt was our only tithes. We'll pay our tithes, and we'll also put our offering. And we used to repair the canopy from time to time.
Yeah, so we always pray every Saturday night that there should be no rain. But sometimes we still find rain because we try to sometimes set the canopy at night. And when we come in the morning, it's on the floor when the rain has fallen. So we have to start to look for some security men on the street to help us to put these canopies together for the service to commence.
Yeah, we did that for close to a year. And I'll be preaching as if I'm preaching to a crowd of people, to so many people in church. And one day she asked me, I'm the only one here, why are you shouting? Why are you vibrating? Just talk, I will hear. And I said, no, I'm seeing a lot of people seated here. After a year, in that process, by September 28 of that same year, the brethren in Port Harcourt, they all came and they did evangelism Friday, Saturday. Then we inaugurated the church on Sunday, 28th of September 2008.
Yeah.
And we had invited people to come from Galadimawa mainly, and there were about 10 that came from Galadimawa that day, and 50 came from friends of our brethren from Port Harcourt and those who came from Port Harcourt, and we had a wonderful service that day. And those 10 people decided to join the membership of the church. After that, we left the following week back to Port Harcourt, and we left Pastor Blessed, who came before us, who came first before us. We left him behind to follow up the 10 people. So after a month, we came back. Rear Admiral Zilani retired, also was transferred to Abuja, so we started coming. So from there we moved the following year.
Sure.
We moved, and we decided to have a carport like this. We used that carport for about up to the 3rd year because it was very comfortable.
Yeah.
We keep expanding it. We expanded it.
And then we looked for
a tent.
Yeah.
Yes. We looked for a tent, and the tents were so expensive. I discussed with a friend I met, Reverend Dr. Akintola, who said he has one big tent.
But it was useful.
Very useful, very useful. That tent was very useful. Sometimes when it rains, actually, the water will stand on the tent and the tent will sag. I'll be watching from this window. This used to be our room upstairs. I'll be watching from the window, and I'll be praying and say, God, let this rain cease. So Sunday morning will come, and we'll begin to
push it back.
Then we got our own tent. We bought a new tent, a very big tent occupied from that end almost to this point. We used that tent for a long time, but because of the wear and tear of the tent, we had to change to something like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. We had it padded with Aloco
Aloco
board.
board.
Then inside
Was-
AC.
Inside
and
was rugged.
rugged. The altar rugged. Our gen was here. And we had 2 entrances. And we used that up until 2019. Thank you. So we move to our next stop at Rehoboth International Center.
Welcome to Rehoboth International Center.
Yeah, you're welcome to Rehoboth International Center, where God brought us in 2020. And since then, God has been faithful. We have been in Rehoboth, and God has expanded us and given us hope. You are welcome.
This is Rehoboth International Center, where things happen. God has always been faithful to us in this place. I want to say that moving into this place was not an easy task. We had so many challenges. We had so many obstructions, obstacles, but God came through for us. And so we are grateful for this building. We are grateful for the love that we receive when we come to fellowship together in this place. I want to say that indeed in Rehoboth, God is here and His power has always been at work in our lives.
We celebrate God for His faithfulness. This is an international worship center. It's an international building where we want to reach the world from here. This place is beyond any denominational boundaries, and we are reaching out to different kinds of people. I want to encourage everyone to join us and join God, most especially as we look forward to the greater glory ahead of us, the greater ministry ahead of us. And so that this place from here will reach the world, from here will reach nations, from here will bless so many lives. God bless you as you join us. Before I close, I want to thank the Lord for so many people. I want to thank God for Reverend Dr. T.O. Adeleke, my father in the Lord, who was the first visionary of this Abuja ministry. I also want to thank Deacon, now Pastor Ben, Good Life, and his family for giving us a place to use for 11 years. I want to appreciate them so dearly. I want to thank a lot of people who began with us, Mr. Ben Siloko, Zilani, Yishita Bays, and Ajanigo, and others who joined us early to carry out this work. God bless you all. For those who have been here now, it is your turn to take it to the next level as we work together. God bless you. Have a wonderful 15-year celebration.
Yeah, God bless you all.